Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Giebes. Robin Giebes. Actually, it's Giebelhausen, but my nickname's Giebes, and I tell all my students to call me Giebes, and it started because of the youngest students, and I had a really hard time saying Giebelhausen, so then it just kind of became universally accepted, so it was either Giebes, or Miss Giebes, or Professor Giebes, but not quite Dr. Giebes, and yeah. If you've watched a few of my prior videos, you've probably gotten the sense that I'm a bit of a character.
Roll the Giebeltage!
I will Hildegard von Bingen you up. Hufflepuffs don't care. They don't give a Schumann. I'm video recording myself. Sure. And while some of it's natural, can't be helped hamming, some of it's a purposeful show that I do to keep you intrigued. To me, portraying a playful personality is an imperative part of presentation.
Alliteration!
Just because you click on my video, come into my workshop, or stumble into my classroom, you shouldn't have to continue through the rest of the presentation out of mere obligation. No! You should want to stay with me. It's my responsibility as the speaker, presenter, teacher, whatever role I'm taking on. It's my job to make you want more. I used to love teaching in K-12 schools on Halloween because dressing up was a-okay. As a middle school teacher, dressing up was not just acceptable, it was encouraged. I think for me, part of the thrill was in showing my students that being playful and imaginative didn't have to end with childhood. But there are some of us who value creativity even as adults. That being said, no one had to twist my arm when it came to dressing up on Halloween. Shocking. I know, these days I just do pieces of costumes because now I work with more adult-like people. Boo! But the whole dressing up thing is really just one facet of the whole idea that speakers, presenters, teachers, whoever deigns to hold your attention should work on their engagement factor, on their playfulness. To me, the key to being a great speaker is this beautiful trifecta. When all three pieces are in play, you have a grade A presentation. They are quality content, logical sequence, and interesting delivery. When one of these three pieces is not in play, it lacks. For example, without quality content, there's nothing to take away. Without a logical sequence, you confuse your audience and leave them without the ability to understand the information that you've worked so hard to disseminate. And without an interesting delivery system, you leave them, well, the absence of each of these kinds of traits is seen in particular kinds of people. If you lack logical sequence, it's likely because you're young and inexperienced. If you lacked quality content, it's likely because you haven't had exposure to excellent source material. If you lack interesting delivery, it's likely because you don't place value on this as part of the teaching process. This burns me. I hate it so much. It flames on the side of my face, heaving breaths. The counter-argument to this proclamation goes something along these lines.
I respect my audience because I don't need to do a song and dance for them every time I present material.
Well, it's true that you don't have to do a tapping time step for your audience. You do owe your listeners the opportunity to see your passion for the lesson you are trying to impart. This playful passion is the Puccini piece of the Poulenc puzzle.
Alliteration!
That keeps us hanging on to every word that you say. Without it, your carefully researched and expertly sequenced information will leave us before we exit the room. In order for words to have life beyond the day you deliver them, you must give them life, passion, and play. It also helps if you record it and put it on YouTube. I'm lecturing at you. So for now, a haiku. Content and sequence. Presentation means much more. Prove to us you care.
Ah, it's caught in my hair! Shapoopy.
That hurts. Leave me expand. That'll help.
And I might as well tape this, alright? Yep.
Tempted to cut hair.
Oh! Victory is mine!